sit down on a bench and we'll put your socks on. Then your shoes will stay on.
Yeah, we're audio's good. Yeah, we're live right now.
We're live?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, audio's good. So I just pulled it. Audio's good as well.
This is the way live stream is.
I think that it's very good. The connection is way better than I expected there to be some issue with the connection, but it's great. Yeah.
It's recording.
Yeah. I got it recording. I got it streaming right now.
Do you want your crown? Do you want your crown? Okay, I'm going to give you a hair bow. Hair bow or crown? both those here today and those who are joining us in their hearts. Thank you for the blessings you've placed here on the altar and sent through your prayers and good wishes. I want to begin by acknowledging that the different religions of the world each have their own symbols and stories through which people attempt to connect to the divine. Whatever religion we may follow, the world that we live in is often seen as a creation through which we can feel the divine. The natural universe can be like a lens that we focus to feel the presence of its architect. Yet, if you were to take the physical matter of the universe and put it through the finest sieve, you would not find any particles of love, devotion, honor, or any of the attributes that we consider to be most important. Those are qualities by which we find the divine within ourselves and each other. Through our words, our actions, and our connected hearts, we create a manifestation of unconditional love in the circles of our families and friends. This altar shows that connection as our wishes, prayers, and goodwill weave together to make a world in which Tamara and JRob join in union. A world of love, commitment, trust, and respect. These are things that aren't brought into being through the molecules of the universe. They are brought into being through us. And in that way, we create the world we live in. And so it is that we here today are a circle. We journey around one another in the days and years of our lives. Similarly, the sun and the moon circle above us, and sometimes connect and embrace each other in the form of an eclipse. The bride and groom's journey to this altar began on an adventure to experience the solar eclipse, an event that some say pauses the world as the sun and moon embrace before everything is given a new start.
Walk forward, you can.
Good job.
And again. You go all the way across.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
Go everywhere. I bring to you the love that you have so freely offered.
I bring to you the promise which was joyfully made.
Under the light of the sun and the growing eclipse, this candle was lit for the light of the sun.
Under the growing eclipse, this candle was lit for the light of the moon.
The moon covered the sun,
The sun's fiery ring surrounded the moon.
and a hush fell over everything.
I held your ring finger to the ring in the sky and said, by the sun and moon, I love you. By the ring that we see up there, I love you. Will you marry me?
A promise was made.
Promise was made.
I carry to you the light of the sun held safely in this candle and in my heart.
I carry to you the light of the moon, held impatiently in this candle from the day we made the promise.
We
Place these candles of promise and love in the sacred circle of our kindred.
The first place we learn love and connection is from our parents and family. We take that start, make it our own, and create new worlds with it by sharing with those we give our hearts to. A cord was woven by JRob and Tamara just as the world between them was woven. It represents the agreements, commitments, and boundaries that keep their relationship healthy and strong. These agreements create the sacred circle of their union as individuals. JRob is one circle unto himself, Tamara another. In their overlapping, they create a new circle, a circle of the world that is their own. Will Jim and Jean please join us?
Mom and Dad, I want to take a moment here, and I want to thank you for doing such a wonderful job making our family. Thank you. You know, you did so many things for us kids. You built our sandbox. You built ice rinks in the backyard. You helped me with my college project. You helped gather all that cardboard so I could make my big sculpture. Mom, you sewed clothes for us, outfits for every holiday, and Tarzan outfits for Jeff and I. There's so many things that you both did for us, and you gave us a good family, and I really want to thank you for that. So here's a little thank you, and pin this on you. I hope I know how to do this.
And I hope that my parents are watching.
Thank you.
And Jan and Tom, thank you for welcoming us, for welcoming me, so much.
Okay.
And yeah, my parents, they produced 3 children who are each doing pretty darn good, I think. So, way to go. Yeah, my dad, when I was little, my dad's afraid of water, never learned to swim, terrified of it. But he ran into the ocean to save me when I was a kid. Just, he overcame that for me. And our mom was always there for us. We lived across the street from the school, and she was always over there, part of our lives growing up. So I think they did okay. I'm very happy with them. I hope they're watching.
So thank you, all the parents, for showing us our first start on how to love.
We can tangle it up again later.
Yes. Thank you. So we place this cord, which is a symbol of our soon-to-be unity, a circle of us, within the circle of tags of all of our friends and family, so that we are a circle inside of a circle.
As shown on this altar, we have encircled JRob and Tamara with the blessings of friends and family. At this time, let us call for the blessings of the divine as well. Will those people who are calling for the blessings please come forward?
O air, you who are the movement of divinity across the vastness of life, you who stir the leaves to whisper and to dance upon your breezes, you who are the voice and laughter, song, and shout, you are the wild, untamed winds in the night and the gentle caresses of dawn. Air, you who are the breath that speaks the words of love and asks the question, will you marry me? We entreat your blessings upon this place, all who are gathered here, and especially upon JRob and Tamara, that their words and promises may weave a shared life of inspiration.
O fire, you who are the spark of divinity within the spirit, the flame that lights the sky by day and fills the night with glittering points of light. You who are the science and magic of transformation, of bonfire and kindling, of release and change and surrender. Fire, you who are the light of sun and moon, whose dance of light and dark cast the ring of betrothal. We entreat your blessings upon this place, all who are gathered here, and especially upon JRob and Tamara, that their dance of flame and shadow may weave a shared light, passion, and surrender.
O water, you whose tides remind us of the ebb and flow of time itself, whose salty brine is the very stuff from which life is built. You are rivers and streams, sweat and blood, rain and fog and cloud. From your depths, dreams are birthed. Water, you are the tears of awe and joy, whose deep emotions flows through the words, yes, I will marry you. We entreat your blessings upon this place, all who are gathered here, and especially upon JRob and Tamara, that their dreams and desires may weave a shared life of deepest meaning.
O earth, you who are the temple of the divine and the sustenance of life, whose green fields and towering cities feed and house the peoples of the planet. You are the rocks and metals, the crystals and gems, the living soil, the body home. From you we are born, and to you we will return. Earth, you are the entwined bodies of lovers, the joined hands at the altar of commitment. We entreat your blessings upon this place, all who are gathered here, and especially upon JRob and Tamara, that the weave of their lives may be long and joyful as they walk together upon your bounty. So mote it be.
Will the chalice bearers please bring up the wine? The blessings of family and friends empowers us all by supporting and sustaining us through the journey of our lives. Weeks ago, kits were sent out to family and friends, both to those of us who are present today, as well as to those who are not able to attend. These herbs absorbed our blessings, prayers, and love, so that our support for Tamara and JRob could be here in more than just spirit. The herbs have been mulled into this wine so that the good wishes of over 100 people are given physical form. These same chalices were there on the day of the eclipse, filled just as they are now with red wine for the sun and white wine for the moon. Just as the sun and the moon shine forth with the blessings from the divine Creator, may the love and support that is carried in this wine receive the blessings of the divine.
As the red wine is to the sun and to the warmth of friends and family,
So the white wine is to the moon and the fullness of friends and family.
together there is connection.
One spirit in the dark, like a candle wavers. Many spirits joined as one, burn with the power of the blazing sun. There is strength in community, a circle empowering you and me. The circle binds yet sets us free. In the goddess' name, so mote it be. One spirit in the dark, like a candle wavers, many spirits joined as one, glow with the power of the full moon's sun. There is strength in family, a circle empowering you and me. The circle binds yet sets us free. In the God's name, so mote it be. I have a distinct pleasure and honor today. It's not many people who get to officiate their mother's wedding. Throughout my life, no matter how many surprises and shenanigans I personally bumbled through, my mother has been one of the rocks of the universe. Her completely unmitigated love for her family and her will to make the best world possible for them is a golden example that I aspire to daily and am humbled by. They say things happen for a reason, but if you don't do them, they won't. Time and again, my mother does what's right and whatever it takes to build a loving family circle and a solid foundation for us all to stand on. Up to this point, she was often working alone in those goals. I have never questioned that my mother would take action to build a strong and caring home. But it wasn't until she met JRob that I saw how powerful and happy she could be when she had a partner who was actively working towards achieving those same goals as well. JRob is an amazing, caring, creative, strong, fun, kind, quirky, and perfect human being to walk alongside my mother. I'm honestly extremely happy to be welcoming JRob to our family. I'm happy for her that she has somebody who suits her so well. I'm happy for my daughter, who has a fantastic grandpa to grow up with. And I'm honestly happy for me. JRob has been extremely supportive and an insightful addition to our family. And so it gives me great pleasure to move forward with their union. Just as in an eclipse, the sun and the moon meet in perfect union, but they are still the sun and moon. Tamara and JRob are always themselves, but now an aspect of them is made anew in the sacred circle of their union. These two candles were lit under the eclipse as a proposal was made and accepted. The other candle held the promise that it would be lit today. Just as the moon brings light to the darkness, you two will light your way together. Just as the sun gives light for the moon to reflect, so shall you reflect on each other. Just as the sparks from these two candles combine with the third, you are moving forwards to share the spark of yourselves.
Borrow your spoon.
Yours is back up.
What is that?
Wow, it's really being difficult. Hold on, we're gonna have to do it this way. Take this off. If you go like that, it'll be
Do
fine.
you want to match?
I want to match.
You are my moon, lighting my darkness.
You are my sun, giving me light to reflect.
You are my moon, bringing magic to my life.
You are my sun, bringing life to my magic.
The sun and the moon each follow their own path, woven in the celestial ether. But those paths weave together, married in perfect complement. The world changed beautifully at the moment of the eclipse, bathed in the light created by their union. May this union also change the world with the light Tamara and JRob create with their love. This cord is the symbol of the love, respect, and commitment. And commitment that binds you two together. May the divine power of the sun and moon bless this cord. May you be entwined. May your lives be entwined. With this union, you two will be as one, in the spirit of perfect love and trust. You guys are wiggling, and that's making it harder. When this union was first promised, a ring formed in the sky as the sun and the moon came together, and their engagement began with that celestial ring. Now their wedding begins with 2 rings. May their love be blessed and as perfectly joined as the sun and moon. May these rings serve as a symbol of endless love.
My mother told me that everyone is crazy. The trick is to find someone who's your kind of crazy. The first time I saw you, you were dancing with sparks blown off of a bonfire. You are my kind of crazy. You are playful in the moment and yet focused. You are my constant companion. You provide me with my heart's truest desires. Like the sun, your love is a constant light. You are the person I choose to live my life with. As we live, I choose you. When we disagree, I choose you. There's no one I would rather take a road trip with than you. You are the person with whom I want to watch Netflix and eat ice cream. You're the only person I can imagine ring shopping with. By this ring, I promise to love you until we are dust. I promise to be your partner, your friend, your lover, your confidant, your accomplice, the best grandfather that I can be, the best role model to your children that I can be at this point. I promise to respect you, honor you, cherish you, and like you. I promise to be loyal and share your path through tribulations and joys. I am bound to you. We have worked to establish a relationship that is built to last. Rings are made of metal because metal is made to last, and in exchanging these, I acknowledge that our destinies are united. I am no longer just me, I am part of us. I love you, I have loved you, I will love you for the rest of our days. I promise to be your husband.
I wanted to quiver this pavilion to its foundations with our love stories so every person here would know how kind you are, how good you are, how present you are for me, and how you are my hero. I thought about telling about the very first time that we ever laid eyes on each other, and you didn't even know me. I was dancing around a fire in a hot summer day, and a wind came and kicked up all those sparks, and they headed right for me. I was like going to be burned. You, a total stranger to me, you stepped in front of all those sparks and took them on your body and shielded me from them. We didn't even speak, but you did that, and we didn't even speak or get to know each other that day. You did that because you're a good man. I thought about telling the story of when later, when we were acquaintances, we were at an event, and a storm had swollen a creek that everybody swims in, and I was in the creek, but it was just too much of a rampant mass of water, and it swept me down the creek. You weren't far, and you dashed through the water, grabbed me before I got swept downstream, tucked me under your arm, and trudged me over to the side, very gentlemanly, and set me down safely. We weren't even together yet. Those stories are big stories. But then what I realized when I thought about them is that our biggest stories are everyday love stories. It's the love story of when I walk in the house, you stop anything you're doing. You come over to me, you put your arms around me, you kiss me, you tell me that you love me. It's when I go to bed at night and my phone is magically on the charger because someone has my back. It's when we go for a hike in the forest and get lost on the paths to where we can't find our way back to the car, and it's dark now, and we might have to spend the whole night in the park, but I'm delighted because I can't think of anyone I would rather have that experience with than you. JRob Settleman, with this ring, I give you my love. Every hedonistic, food-loving, pleasure-seeking, beauty-questing layer of you, I give my love to you. I promise to respect you and adore the way your mind cannot be contained in cultural constructs. And I will support how you pop out of the box and with some creative solution that sometimes even startles me. And at the same time opens my mind to new perspectives. Because it is one of the many ways that you shine, and you are beautiful, and I love you. I will strive to return to you the optimistic attitude that you unfailingly greet every twist and turn of our lives with. And I will keep our first bed rule. And the first bed being the bed of our spirits and how we hold each other in our mind's eye. I will hold you well with compassion. I will respect you. I will see you and strive to understand you with compassion, tenderness, and humor. You are beautiful. You are kind, witty, and a trustworthy partner and lover. I believe in you. I want to walk my path with you. I want to find our joys or meet the twists and turns and grow from them together. I want to give you these vows by living them and showing you in our actions every day. I love you. I love you for all of our days and our nights. I promise to be your wife.
Do you, Tamara, take JRob to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Do you, JRob, take Tamara to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do emphatically.
By the powers vested in me by the state of Minnesota, I now pronounce you husband and wife.
We can kiss, right?
Yes, you may kiss. You didn't. Will Connie and Dan please bring up the besom and charms?
Save it for later.
Okay.
The besom symbolizes an ancient tradition, whereas they moved from an unmarried couple to a married couple. This particular broom is handcrafted by JRob, and the intertwined.
And Tamara.
And the intertwined pieces represent them as individuals, but their desire to become one.
And these charms have been, many of you may recognize, have been blessed and prayed upon and charmed by family and friends of Tamara and JRob. Many, all those of us both attending today and those of us who were not able to attend. And these, thanks to all of our good wishes and blessings, will help bring good fortune and amplify the, not that they need it, but amplify everything and help make us stronger.
Why?
We're going to make it really
With this broom, strengthened with the charms and blessings of family and friends, may the way be clear for the two of you to join together in a union filled with growing blessings. May you always be able to overcome all obstacles in your path. May you take these with you as an affirmation that from this day forward, we will all honor and support your union.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making this a wonderful day for JRob and I. We have lots of wine for you. We have water. We have other things that you can drink.
And wine.
There's outside some cocktails so all of you can just be comfortable. There's going to be some photographs, which many of you already did. So, oh yeah, we're going to do that, but I don't know if that's set up. If we have games set up, there's actually photographs of JRob and I, and we're looking for
Creative and fun captions.
yes, interesting and fun captions.